In the heart of New York, under the glow of arena lights and the roar of a split crowd, two nations stood divided, but united in anticipation. Puerto Rico's relentless warrior, Subriel Matias, and the undefeated technician from the Dominican Republic, Alberto Puello, were about to collide. The Louis Armstrong Stadium buzzed with tension, a coliseum ready for war. Subriel Matias, nicknamed El Orgullo de Maternillo, was known for his punishing pressure, his savage intensity, and a gas tank that never emptied. His resume painted a picture of chaos, knockouts, brutality, and pure attrition. But standing across from him was a puzzle yet to be solved. Alberto Puello, the WBA Super Lightweight Champion, was a master of rhythm, movement, and calculated precision. His undefeated record spoke volumes, not just of skill, but of discipline and heart. From the opening bell, it was clear this was not going to be an easy night for either man. Matias stalked forward like a Terminator, high guard, head dipping side to side. Puello, with long arms and quick feet, tried to keep him off with the jab, setting traps, launching counterpunches off slick angles. It was a classic style clash. The pressure of Matias versus the poise of Puello. The Dominican danced and darted, flicking sharp jabs and sneaky left hands. But Matias absorbed them, moving through fire like a man unfazed. Every round promised escalation. The tension, palpable. The stakes, sky high. The first 3 rounds were a game of mental warfare. Both men found moments, but neither blinked. The crowd knew. This was a powder keg about to blow. Round 4 opened like a thunderstorm. No more measuring, no more chess. Matias pressed harder, digging to the body with ferocious left hooks, trying to slow down Puello's legs. The Dominican responded with swift counters, an uppercut here, a check hook there, but something was shifting. Subriel Matias was beginning to find his rhythm. Each shot from the Puerto Rican challenger echoed through the arena like a war drum. His punches weren't flashy, but they were educated, tight, thudding, relentless. Puello tried to tie him up, tried to spin off the ropes, but Matias wouldn't stop. His feet cut off the ring with surgical precision, his hands now targeting Puello's ribs and liver like a butcher carving meat. Blood started to spill. A cut opened over Matias's left eye, a badge of war, not a deterrent. Instead, it only seemed to awaken something darker within him. He gritted his teeth and doubled the pressure. The body shots took their toll on Puello. The spring in his step was slowly fade. But Puello was not going away. He fired back with crisp combinations, catching Matias clean upstairs. One sharp right hand snapped the challenger's head back. The crowd exploded. This wasn't just a fight. It was a brawl between two wills, two nations, two legacies in the making. By round 6, the war was fully underway. Matias kept digging, never taking a backward step. Puello was still slick, but the pace was catching up with him. The rhythm he had in the early rounds, now broken by the constant grind of Matias's assault. And yet, there was no quit in either man. The crowd stood on their feet as the bell rang to end the 6th. Each round was becoming a battle within a battle. Into the 7th, the fight turned cruel. This wasn't just boxing, it was survival. Matias, undeterred by blood and sweat, kept marching forward like a machine fueled by chaos. Puello was still trying to box, but the body wasn't listening like it did in the early rounds. That was the brilliance and the cruelty of Matias's style. He didn't just beat you physically, he broke you mentally, shot by shot, step by step. Now, the ring was shrinking. Puello could no longer glide along the perimeter. His legs looked heavier, his reactions slower. Matias was dragging him into the deep end, and there he thrived. Round 8 saw the most brutal exchange yet. Matias ripped uppercuts through Puello's guard, snapping the champion's head back. The Dominican leaned in to clinch, but even in those moments, Matias punched. Short hooks, rib breakers, oxygen thieves, and then the tide nearly turned. Puello unleashed a vicious counter, left hook to right hand, that caught Matias flush. The Puerto Rican staggered slightly, eyes clearing, adjusting mid-step. The arena gasped. Was this the moment? No. Matias reset, grinned, and fired back like a man who eats punches for breakfast. The respect was visible now. Two warriors giving everything. Puello's corner begged him to stay disciplined, to move his legs, but Matias was cutting off every inch. He wouldn't let him rest. Wouldn't let him breathe. 9 rounds in, and it was clear. Matias was dragging Puello into his world. And once you're there, no one escapes clean. Round 10 began like the final act of a Shakespearean tragedy. Both men had painted the canvas with pain. Now it was time to see who had more left in the tank. Matias, bloodied, bruised, and grinning, kept closing the gap. Every second he was within reach, he was punching. Body, head, back to the body. His shots weren't wild. They were intelligent, chosen with surgical intent. Puello was running out of answers. His jab, once a tool of control, was now just a flicker of resistance. His legs, once a platform of escape, were now caving under the weight of fatigue. But heart? Oh, he had heart. Even as Matias surged forward, Puello stood his ground and fired back. He clipped Matias with flush rights, snuck in uppercuts that would have floored lesser men. The crowd roared with every exchange. This wasn't one-sided. It was a test of willpower, of defiance. But it was Matias who was pulling ahead, punch by punch, round by round. The numbers told the story. The momentum, the crowd, the body language, all favored the challenger. The 11th round saw Puello swinging with desperation. His timing was off, but his courage never faltered. He knew the title was slipping away, and he was ready to go out on his shield. Matias, sensing the moment, poured it on. A flurry of punches, head-snapping hooks, looping lefts, body shots that echoed like cannon fire. Puello staggered, but he didn't fall. The 12th round began with no pretense. Both men touched gloves with fire in their eyes. There were no more surprises, no more secrets. It was time to finish what they started. Matias, sensing destiny, pushed forward like a man possessed. His fists were hammers now, each one thrown to end the night. Puello dug deep, firing back with whatever he had left. But the rhythm, the tempo, it all belonged to the Puerto Rican. Midway through the round, Matias landed a beautiful uppercut. Clean, devastating. Puello wobbled, legs betraying him. But he clinched, survived, fought back. He wasn't just defending his belt. He was defending his pride, his name, his country. The crowd roared like a hurricane. Every shot echoed with history. And then, the final bell. 2 warriors stood in the center, arms hanging heavy, faces swollen, spirits undimmed. They had bled for this, sacrificed for this. And now, the decision. The arena fell into silence. After 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. For your winner by majority decision and new super lightweight champion of the world. Pause. Subriel Matias. The Puerto Rican fell to his knees. Redemption, validation, triumph. For Puello, it was heartbreak, but honor intact. You stood tall, knowing he gave everything. And for boxing, it was another chapter written in blood and brilliance. A war remembered, a champion born.